So in box 3, if I did it correctly, you should already have two coordinate planes. And what I'm going to show you here is a way to tell whether a graph is a function. We can tell whether a graph is a function by using something called the vertical line test. Make sure you get that down. So in this first graph on the left side over here, we're going to draw a little diagram. I want you to draw it too. I'll draw the picture here in yellow. This is my graph. Alright. So what I'm trying to do here is tell whether this graph is a function, and I can do it very easily using something called the vertical line test. And these next lines I'm going to draw are not part of the graph, they're the test. All you do is draw vertical lines, and remember vertical means straight up and down, and you just draw it through the graph. And you ask yourself, how many times did that line hit the graph? And it hit it once, right here. And I just keep drawing lines, vertical, straight up and down, and I see if each line hits it once. And if the line only hits it once, then it's a function. Alright, so make sure you copy this down. You draw your graph, you draw your vertical line test, and you would write this. You say yes, this is a function, because each one of these vertical lines only hits the graph once. So copy that down in box 2. Now over on this other graph, we're going to draw a different graph. Let's draw this graph. Let's just do a circle. Change my color back to yellow. This is my graph here, so not a great circle, but you get the idea. So now let's try the vertical line test on this graph. So what I do is draw vertical lines through the graph, and you can see right that very first line, it's hitting the graph twice. It hits it right here, and it hits it right here. So it hit it in two places. So it is not a function, alright? And every vertical line I draw through here hits the graph twice. So this isn't a function, definitely. But only one of the lines has to hit the graph twice, and you can tell and you can answer no, it's not a function. So let's write our answer for that. Alright, so make sure you get this all down. No, this graph is not a function because I have at least one vertical line that crosses the graph twice. I had to change that from once to twice. So if any of these lines cross it twice or more, it's no longer a function. So let's just review. This first graph over here is a function because each line only hits the graph one time. The yellow line is our graph. Over here we have a circle, that's our yellow line, this is our graph. And each vertical line we drew hit it twice, and it only takes one time. If one of these lines hits it twice, you can say no, it is not a function. We'll get into why later. If you don't understand this, make sure you call me over and ask. I can show you a couple more quick examples and you'll get it real fast.